Hey Ham Geeks, welcome to HamBrief, episode number 5. We're going to do internet stuff today. How cool is that? Hey Ham Geeks, there has been so much going on in the last couple of weeks around development on 73s.org. I thought it was just important to have just a checkpoint just to show you what all is out there in case you've missed some things, in case you haven't been back in a couple of weeks. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the social graph. If you're familiar with Web 2.0 and all of the technologies associated with social graphs, that's on a whole tangent around social networks. Well, being 73s, being a social network for ham radio operators, we had to have a social graph too. So, but ours is a little different, like everything else. If you go to 73s.org and then log in, of course, and go to the QSOs section, you can look at your own social graph. You can also go to 73s.org/ whatever the call sign is. In my case, it's N7ICE/graph, and you'll get to someone's social graph. What's cool about a social graph is that it tracks all of your QSOs and then the QSOs that your QSOs are having, so and so forth. So you can kind of see how this evolves. So if you look at the QSOs that I have registered, you'll see that I've just got a few. If you look at say like this one right here, G7TYH, he's talked to me and he's talked to Peter, M3PHP. I'm not going to click on Peter's. He just uploaded like 8,000 QSOs, which that's also something new. If you're using a ham logging software that supports ADIF, the amateur data interchange format, you can just upload your QSOs now right into 73s.org. So we're going to stay away from his for a little while. If we go back, I'll just kind of show you how this works. If you look at, where's FYI? W9FYI, you'll see that he's talked to myself and one other ham, N3WNX. If we click on him, we see that he's talked to W9FYI, which we saw, and then 4X4CP. And now by clicking on that, you can see that he doesn't have anywhere else to take you to. But you can kind of see how deep you can get into all of this, these links. If you want to look at like Scott's KA3DRR, look at that. This is only just a few that he's hand entered in. He's also, once he uploads his, I don't know, 10,000 QSOs, I don't know how many he's going to get. This social graph may not work for him, but you can kind of see how this works. So you can follow people and who's having QSOs with who. The next thing I wanted to show you is HamFeed.com. You know, I'm always looking for news for HamBrief, and I couldn't find one good resource. I would look at ARRL.org. I would look at This Week in Amateur Radio, all the RSS feeds, but I couldn't find one that I was happy with. So I was out on Yahoo Pipes trying to create this super feed of all these ham radio links, and that really wasn't what I wanted either. And I thought, surely I'm not the only one with this problem. And what does a programmer do when there's a problem? He solves it with programming. So that's what I did over the Thanksgiving weekend here. I created HamFeed.com, and you can go to the site and you can just look through all of the feeds that it's been picking up and just read them. You can click on one and go right to the article itself. There's a list of the feeds that we're tracking, so now all of the blogs in 73s.org are feeding this, as well as DX Zone, eHam, Ham Life, Radio Sport, Solder Smoke. So you see there's a whole list. What's also cool is you can search this feed as well right here, and even just page through these. And what's really cool is that this operates both as a website as well as its own feed. So you can go ahead and subscribe to the feed. either by email or by clicking on this FeedBurner link or this RSL link, and you'll get the actual feeds.feedburner.com/hamfeed feed. If that makes sense. If you're still following with me, you're really a Web 2.0 geek, and I appreciate that. I love Web 2.0. So now you can see all of the feeds, so you can just go ahead and subscribe to HamFeed in your RSS feeder, and we'll do all the work for you. We're going to grab all the ham radio stories. If you see a feed that you really like that isn't in here, it takes me a second to add it. It's all database driven, and it polls every 15 minutes looking for stories across the world. So just shoot me an email, n7ice@73s.org, and I'll add your RSS feed that you like to this, or your own blog if you're posting comments, and we'll go ahead and grow this community. And eventually I think we're going to hook hamfeed.com into 73s.org so that they're more tightly integrated. But this solved a problem, and I hope it solves one of your problems as well. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, Corey Shields sent me a cool idea just this morning to add to 73s.org, and it was related to APRS. So if you've got one of those fancy new ham radios that have kind of GPS, and APRS stands for Automatic Position Reporting System, you can see not only other hams in your area, but other hams can see you just by having your radio on and chatting. So what's really cool, so like if you come to in Finland, there's a cool site that logs all of the APRS packet beacons from everyone's radios that have this functionality. If you come and log in, just put your call sign in, or anyone's call sign in, at aprs.fi. Log in there. It knows where I'm at by my my address in the call sign database, and it'll show you a really cool map here, and you can see all of the stations in my area that have broadcasted within the last hour. So now I can see kind of where they're at, where they're coming from. You know, if I happen to be out at a coffee shop and I've got my radio with me, and if I had APRS, which my next one will, I guarantee you, I could see if there's maybe another ham in there that I could talk to, or nearby, and we can meet up. So this is really social. Kind of like, you know, the iPhone and phones have the GPS position coordinations. Ham radio is doing the same thing. So very cool site. I was so impressed with this, I integrated it into 73s.org. So if you go to anyone's profile page, and if their radio's sending out beacons, which I don't currently have one, you'll see now there's a APRS added to the profile, and you could see potentially where they're at the moment. I don't have it, but here Corey does. Let's see, Corey KB9JHU. Let's put in here. This is kind of cool. Yeah, all these URLs mean something to 73s.org. So if we do a KB9 JHU /APRS, that's going to take us directly to Corey's APRS link from within 73s.org, because I know he's got his beaconing. There he is. So it looks like he's in near Bloomington. Where is he? Unionville. New Unionville. Very cool. And there's more information about what he's broadcasting on. So very cool. And if we want to just go to Corey's homepage, let's give him some PR here for this great suggestion. We'll see his photo come up, some information about Corey, and his APRS information right below his photo there. There he is. Here's Corey with his headphones, and there's the APRS right underneath there, as you saw in the bigger picture. along with his recent activity, his recent photos. Hey, and by the way, I fixed the Flickr bug with 73s.org. If you get your screen name right in your Flickr account and update your profile in 73s.org, you'll see your Flickr photos just magically appear. So I have been really busy. You guys have been giving me fantastic feedback. Please keep the feedback coming, and we're going to keep promoting new and cooler and more better technology. So until next time, 73s.